And we're back with vlog 14. This is my meet recap after the APL drug testing nationals that was held at the Brisbane Multicultural Center over the last 4 days. I competed on the Friday in the under 100 kilo men's weight class in the classic raw division. They also had the raw men. If you don't know anything about powerlifting, classic raw involves the use of knee wraps as opposed to sleeves or nothing at all. The reason for this is I have some pretty shoddy knees from my time in the army. So having the wraps on, yes, it allows you to squat a little bit more, but for me, it minimises the pain that I get from the crepitus, whereas I just get the pain from the wraps itself because they are quite tight. There's a significant amount of compression. Leading into the comp, I was still a bit heavy, particularly at the start of last week, sitting about 102-ish kilos, which meant I had to do a bit of a small water cut. And what I typically do is I water load for 4 or 5 days and then spend 24 hours just pulling water out. And I have done this in the past to achieve a 6.5 odd kilo water cut. That wasn't necessary this time, so I thought I'd try something different. Still play with physiology a little bit in the sense that I titrated down the amount of water I was consuming throughout the days. I also removed carbs and salt 2 days out from me actually needing to do the water cut itself, being the Wednesday, which is when I pulled the water. Luckily for me, I've got a neighbour a couple of doors down who has an infrared sauna. They allowed me to use it for about an hour in total, which meant that I could pull roughly a kilo out that afternoon. So I started the Wednesday at about 101.5 kilos. By the time I'd finished the sauna and got to bed, I was sitting at about 100.3, thereabouts. Thursday being the weighing day, woke up at 99.4 kilos. And then throughout the day, traveling to Brisbane, staying fasted on food and water. And by the time I got on the scales at 145 or thereabouts in the afternoon, I come in at 98.5 kilos, which is good for me. It helps my dots. And if you don't know what dots are, essentially it's a coefficient between your the total you achieve in the competition and your body weight, which allows people of all shapes and sizes and genders to be able to determine their equivalency in relative strength. Leading into weigh in a particular Friday morning, I can get some pretty significant competition anxiety. I don't know why. These are movements and weights I've rehearsed numerous times before, and given I didn't get gastro leading into this competition, it was a shoo-in that I'll hit my openers regardless. But I still get in my head to a degree. I am human. Calm exterior, like a duck on water. Inside it was just going crazy. Purely for the fact that what I alluded to in several videos prior was a number that was in my head that I wasn't going to tell everyone. But I'll tell you guys now. That number was 800 kilos. I felt that was quite a realistic total that I could achieve, hitting that 800. I came pretty close. So after my 3 lifts, I end up with a 770 kilo total. Leading in the squat, picked 270 kilos as my opening attempt. This number I've hit quite comfortably in training throughout the in the last couple of weeks as I was peaking into competition. The only thing that I worry about with a wrap squat is I lose my ability to judge depth, particularly when the wraps are nice and tight. Managed to hit 270 quite comfortably, 2 whites, 1 red, don't care, still got a good lift. Came back out, 290 kilos. This was a 5 kilo increase on my current national record at 285 kilos for the wrap squat. Hit depth, again, 2 white, 1 red. It was a bit average, but still got it. Good enough that I went and re-attempted 300 kilos for my 3rd attempt. Last time I touched 300 was way back in nationals last year, where again, I repeated the same mistake. Skirted on depth by a little bit, but is what it is. Didn't get my 300. I will get it one day. And once that had wrapped up, I definitely settled into the flow of the competition. All that stupid pre-comp anxiety that I was experiencing, non-existent, heart rate had settled. And myself and Chappie, who was handling me on the day, just in the swing of things, just going through, had some food, had some drink, chatted to a few people in between the squat and the bench. And then again, it came around to my turn. or my weight class, to starting on the bench. And again, opened up on 160 kilos, which used to be a PB way back when. Last comp back in March, in my dehydrated state, I managed to match my all-time personal best, which is 170 kilos. I did it with ease this time. I was super happy. It moved so well that we then went 180s in the bag. Chappie wanted 182 and a half, but I was set on my plan, 180, not going to overextend, because the last thing I want to do is miss, unnecessarily anyway. I went out, hit 180, got it 3 white lights, you beauty. Then we roll around to the deadlift. I'd eaten just enough that I felt foolish, but not so full that I was going to throw up with the belt on, particularly when I'm deadlifting conventionally. I find that hip hinge just compresses everything, and if I eat too much, it makes me want to spew. Open up 280, speed rep. Move forward to my second attempt at 300 kilos. Now this has been a number that I've attempted, I believe I've attempted twice. So me attempting 300 kilos in competition has a bit of history behind it. I have pulled it numerous times in the garage. I've pulled numerous variations of 300 plus kilos in strongman competitions and in training for strongman. But when it comes to powerlifting, I haven't managed to hit it yet. So nationals last year, I attempted 295 kilos. Now it's purely because of the way my wraps were put on. It had pulled on my right hamstring a bit too much. So I was feeling quite bitey, so I wasn't fully confident that I could even get 300 off the floor. Whereas at both my qualifiers, the first meet I ever did, which was down in Melbourne, I attempted 300 kilos. That was sumo. I didn't get it. And then again, I attempted 300 kilos at the qualifier this year of Valhalla Strength, where the speed that I pulled 280 beforehand, I should have got 300. But as a result of the dehydration and experience from being sick those days prior, I virtually had no ability to grind a rep. I was on the verge of passing out, my grip went, I'm going to give you all the excuses under the sun, I just didn't get the rep on that comp day. So this competition comes around, I made sure to have 300 as my second attempt, purely for the fact that if I missed it, I can have another turn. Another crack at 300, because I really want, that's just that magical number to me. It's 300 kilo deadlift. It's like the beginning of having a big deadlift. Second attempt comes around, I get my 300. And by this stage, I'm walking out the back to give my third attempt in discussion with Chappie again. And I'm spent, I'm completely spent from Dave competing. Expending energy, just being a larrikin, whatever it might be, but yeah, back was fried. So wasn't happy with how it felt. Chappie wasn't happy with the speed. We were umming and ahhing whether a 320 attempt was there was a possibility. It wasn't, so we just opted for a 310. Come out of the platform, broke the floor. It just didn't feel right, went lightheaded immediately. Called it there. So as a result, I ended the comp with a 290 kilo squat, 180 kilo bench, 300 kilo deadlift, with a total of 770 kilos. This then gave me a DOTS around 477. Went up, awards, got my first place medal. Second went to Dalton Pike, and third went to Andrew Olm. Both really good competitors and great blokes that I spoke to throughout the day. I got the extra special prize on the day of a drug test by none other than Dan Carpenter. And he also informed me that at the end of that day, for the open wrapped men, I had the highest odds at the end of day 2. Now typically after I do my competitions, that's me, I've done my bit, I've checked out. I tend not to follow what else is going on. But the fact that he had told me that I was in the lead for DOTS, and with this year, there was prize money attached to being first in that regard, which then made me get on open powerlifting and start stalking everyone that had a turn to go in the 125 kilo men, the 140 men, and the 110 men, and the wrap divisions. Luckily for me, there were no wrapped 75s, because I dare say one of those fellas probably would have dethroned me by DOTS. It's just the way it works, the formula. And there were a couple of boys that had the capacity to beat me on dots in the bigger weight classes. They just needed over an 800 kilo total to do so. Thankfully for me, end of day 4 comes around. I've been running some numbers, keeping an eye on the competition. I was pretty certain I was still in the lead. Watching the live stream, they then announced all the overall winners. And then when I heard my name get called out for overall wrapped men, you beauty. Clean sweep, came first in my division, came first overall for the wrapped guys. So, all in all, had a super successful competition, come out the win. I believe there's gonna be a trophy in the mail or something like that. I did see on the live stream they had them. And I got some prize money, which is all gonna be going towards my trip to Ireland, which is gonna be my next adventure over the next 8 weeks. Watching me train for that, it's gonna be a lot of fun, it's gonna be heavy. At the moment, just have to sort the body out. Back's, like, the nervous system is still fried. The hips are a bit sore. Got a couple of big bruises on the hamstrings, but that's okay, we'll make it work. And we'll just get after it. So hopefully, for those who have come back, thanks for coming back. For those who are new here, welcome here. I look forward to showing you my training as I prepare for the World's Natural Strongman in Galway, Ireland. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
60 kilo squat opener. He's taking 275 for his second. Should be an exciting time in the 100 kilo class. Connor Riley's doing 270 for his opener. Best squat is 285, so looking like he'll beat that.
Let's go, Connor. Platform's ready.
270 here for Connor Riley.
270 kilos, opening attempt, Connor Riley.
Very, very easy. One red there on the side, possibly for depth. I'd say almost definitely for depth.
Very nice. Connor Riley taking 290 kilos for the open wraps squat record. 290 kilos in an attempt to take the open wrap squat record. Platform is ready. Let's go, Connor.
All right, well, if you didn't catch wind of that, Liam Belker just broke the record, and now Connor Riley is pushing for 290, which will break the record again.
Still have the audio for the camera? No. No, it doesn't.
It's coming through this.
Why? Go, Connor!
Yeah, it's coming through. You can just speed the music up to 1.2.
For Chris Thomas, fantastic squat. 300 kilos gone on the bar now for Connor Riley. This will be a 15 kilo personal best for him. He's tried 300 before, last year at Tested Nationals. Coming back this year, try it again. Is this going to be the comp where he finally gets his 300 kilo squat? It was 98.4 last year. He's 98.5 this year.
I've just been informed this is to break your own record.
This is going to be a wrapped record.
Connor Riley with a 300 kilo squat attempted.
In the 100 kilo class. 31 years old. Best squat and comp again, 285. He's already broken that with 290 on his second. 300 for this third attempt. He stands up with it. That one was... You just see as his knees come forward, it makes it hard for those hips to keep going down.
Open wrapped record 290 kilo squat.
Connor Riley now, 160
Platform
kilos,
is ready,
31 years
160
old.
kilos. Opening bench press.
Best bench is 170. He's opening 160. He did that bench press at our drug-tested state titles in Queensland, down at Ground Zero.
Back in March.
That's right.
Didn't all states have their titles within a couple of weeks of each other?
Yes, most of them ran in the 4 weeks between the end of Feb and late March. Yeah, it was a very, very, very busy period of time.
Was that planning?
Left for Chris, Connor Riley, 170 kilos.
170 kilos. Platform's ready.
Don't panic if you hear the stream get muted. That is on purpose.
170 kilos.
Connor Riley, 170 kilos.
Easy work.
That was a very nice, easy press. 3 weights for him.
175 kilos. Slated.
Dalton Pike coming up now.
Last ever powerlifting Cassis.
This is his tied. Oh, sorry, Anthony Cassis.
3 white lights and a new comp PB.
Straight out of 10 meters of junior players. Connor Riley, 180 kilos. Third and final bench press attempt. Looking to extend his total by another 10 kilos.
So, Connor Riley, 180
Let's
kilos.
go, Dalton.
Connor did 170 for his second attempt, Thomas, which was equal comp PB.
Okay,
So we're pushing it by 10.
nice.
Go, 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 Connor!
And he gets it.
He gets it.
Pays off. Are they happy?
That is
Yes.
3 white lights.
Yes, sir. Good job, man. Good count. Hands roll. Now taking 180 kilos. Platform is ready.
75 kilo opener.
Those were
3
definitely
white
freedom
lights.
units. 100%. Wonderful lift there. I love a good-looking
Yeah,
sumo.
that wasn't 275.
Nah.
That was 606.
That was 606. Yeah, freedom units. It flew.
Yeah.
All right, up next we got Connor Riley, or Riley. I don't know how to pronounce that last
Connor
name.
Riley.
Yeah, Connor Riley.
So again, Connor Riley.
Opening on 280. So he broke his own rap squat record today with a 290 squat. Just missed 300, 2-1 on Reds there. I believe it was depth.
So he went 290 for his squat. His best is 285.
Which is insane.
He went 180 for bench. His best is 170.
Again, insane.
So
10 kilo jump.
new competition bests across the board for squat and bench.
And he just opened on his last attempt from his previous comp.
So we are looking solid. Solid. Connor Riley, what a man.
Connor Riley's looking to extend his total record here, jumping from 280 to 300
So Connor
kilos.
is in the lead of the Raps division.
Is Dalton close in total, or it's about a 20 kilo? Oh no, yeah, it's a little more than 20 kilos.
So Dalton is currently 20 kilos behind Connor, but Connor has just pulled 300.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, he's just extended that lead by another 20 kilos.
The record squat that Liam broke must have just taxed him for the rest of the day.
Yeah. Oh, unfortunately, on here, did you see his first attempt?
I did. I saw it.
He got the squat call and then got really unstable.
Yeah, and he was not, and
And he just racked it.
Yeah.
And he walked off, come back again, hit it for his second.
He smoked it. All right, Connor's going to be up next, taking 310. Does this pull him into any positioning? I can't see.
Connor is first.
Fantastic. This is going to extend his total. So 310 being loaded on the bar.
Yeah, this will make his total 780,
Wow.
which
He's 60 kilos over it. Or, nah, a little bit more. A little bit less.
so
45
this will
kilos.
give him a 780 total, which is a 45 kilo total PB.
That's insane.
Let's go,
I've seen some really good numbers this year. And the atmosphere has been crazy. Like, at some points, it's been really hard to find a seat.
Come on, Connor.
And you know what, Pat? It's a Thursday and a Friday.
Yeah, it's a
That's-
Thursday and Friday. I'm excited to see what happens on the weekend. Yeah, unlucky there. He was very unfortunate there. Great attempt.
So I was emceeing.
That's okay. Going to the 100 kilo wrapped open division. Don't worry, get back to the sleeves, don't freak out. Third place with a total of 692.5 kilos, Andrew Olm. Affectionately known as Superman, that's why everyone kept calling him Soups. That's what that means. Nothing to do with soup. Dalton Pike, you came second with your total of 730 kilos. And Connor Riley out in front with a total of 770, earning him a very extra special prize of a trip to the table after he gets his medal. You know what that means? It means a drug test, that's what we do. All right. Finally, last category for tonight. Oh, Connor, don't go too far. Last category for tonight, the men's 100 kilo sleeve.